You're surrounded, the dust hasn't even settled, and the smell of smoke is already in your lungs. Your city's walls, those proud, towering defenses you thought would protect you forever, are nothing but broken stone and splinters. Out in the field, a sea of horsemen stretches to the horizon, their banners whipping in the wind, each one marked with a symbol that now means one thing: you're not getting out alive. But here's the thing, death might not be your biggest problem. Because if the Mongols decided not to kill you on the spot, what came next could be so creative, so methodical, and so utterly ruthless that you might actually start wishing they'd just ended it quickly. In this video, you're about to find out why surviving capture by the Mongols wasn't a victory, it was often just the beginning of something far worse. When the Mongol Empire began its meteoric rise in the early 13th century under Genghis Khan, it wasn't just their military skill that terrified people, it was their reputation. Villages didn't need to see a single rider to feel fear. Rumors traveled faster than their horses, and those rumors weren't exaggerated ghost stories. They were real accounts of towns erased from maps, survivors turned into walking warnings, and punishments that were so strategic in their cruelty they doubled as psychological warfare. Mongol warfare wasn't just about taking territory, it was about making resistance feel so hopeless that enemies surrendered before the first arrow was loosed. Which meant, when you were captured, what happened next wasn't just about you, it was about sending a message to everyone else who might even think about standing in their way. The Mongols understood something that dictators, conquerors, and movie villains have all known since. Terror works best when it's public. When a city refused to surrender, the aftermath wasn't hidden in a dungeon somewhere, it was staged like a theater performance. Survivors might be marched out to witness mass executions, or left alive but mutilated, sent staggering to the next settlement as living proof of what defiance cost. One particularly chilling tactic: using prisoners as human shields in the next battle. Captives from one city would be tied together and driven toward the walls of another, forcing defenders to fire on their own kin if they wanted to resist. The message was clear: the Mongols could turn even your survival into a weapon against your own people. Now, this is where Mongol punishments stand out compared to other empires of the same era. They weren't chaotic acts of cruelty, they were calculated. A punishment was chosen not just for how much it hurt you, but for what it communicated to anyone watching. Some methods were so simple, yet so devastating, that they became part of Mongol legend. One example: death by trampling. Captives were laid flat on the ground, and horses would ride over them, not galloping wildly, but in controlled movements. The riders were careful not to crush the head right away. Instead,